Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We're going to take a quick look at XRP, see what's going on, double check a couple of things from before. We actually took a short position yesterday just before the price where it went crazy up to that 67-cent mark and came right back down. Keep in mind that was a fundamental catalyst. There was some kind of news article that came out regarding XRP. So just friendly advice when you're trading this coin. Low leverage, low position size is king. We survived this little switch because of the simple fact that the price action, well, not because it pulled back, but because we had low leverage. Again, if we had higher leverage, we would have got destroyed, and there's a reason for that. Okay, so please understand, still in good shape with this trade, and we'll double check as to why that is the case and a few other key factors too. So welcome aboard if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor. I hope you can learn something today. Quick little congrats to our community members here. Once more, XRP 45% in 12 hours, Fetch.ai 52% in 7 days, ICP 28% in 13 hours. Those are all short positions we took in the last week roughly, but we took 2 yesterday with ICP and XRP. Those both worked out favorably, as most of them do. And quickly to note too here as well, Premium Plus, Cardano, XRP, ADA, Link, ADA, BNB. So those are all longs that we're taking this morning on from my day trading bot that actually picks up on those signals. So cool stuff. If you're curious about that, cryptocash.tech is a site link down below. Just know there's limited slots available, so we got a lot of new members in there. All right, let's talk about XRP and liquidation. This is what this coin does. This is unfortunately a highly manipulated coin. If you got personal feelings towards it, maybe keep those to yourself or whatever. I'm not here to kind of talk trash about any coin at all. But I can tell you that XRP is a very manipulated coin, and the price action will tend to jump around all over the place. So like, for the most part with this coin, Dogecoin, handful of others, when there's some kind of speculation, rumor mills that come around, the price just goes crazy. Okay, so always be careful shorting coins like this. Okay, but we took our short with confirmation, and coincidentally the price just shot up. But once more, this liquidation levels, you can see heavy amount of concentration between 63 and 66 cents. Those were the only liquidation levels available at the time. There's a lot more now, of course, at 68 cents or lower, just because of the fact that people jumped into shorts after the price went up. Okay. Any way you look at it, we got 56 to 57 cents as the next lower level of liquidity that could be swept. Keep in mind, we're closer to this lower level of liquidity than we are this upper level at 68 cents. So there's a stronger probability the price will continue lower because of that. Is that a guarantee? Do you take a trade based on that solely? No. But it is something to recognize. All right, so take a look here. We got a strong bearish engulfing candle. We can double check here with our moving averages. We're now back under the 50-day SMA. Sorry, that's the 20-day SMA. We do have a lot of support here based on the moving averages, right at about 58.2 cents. So keep in mind that's the level that we could very well see a bounce. We already kind of saw the bounce from earlier today when the price came all the way down. That's where we took profit, I think at 57.5 cents, because that was a key level fib. So it's always important to try to take profits right around Fibonacci retracement levels. Either way you look at it here, we can see that we are back under 50 on the RSI. So this is never a great sign when the price is teetering between 50, 55, 50, 45. It's never a good sign. But we can see stochastic RSI trying to swing up here, showing some strength, but it's really not any strength at all, because if you look at the charts, it's looking pretty bearish. Overall, too, keep in mind as well, we have a strong volume profile here at about 62 cents. That's been consistent and synonymous no matter where you zoom in and zoom out. Okay. Heaviest amount of concentration at that 62 cent mark. We're below that level. What does that mean? That means it's a resistance. Okay. Hypothetically, we're likely to see the price reject off 62 cents if it tries to come up again. Taking a look at the 4-hour time frame. Quickly note here as well, we do not have any massive overextensions here. We had this manipulative wick yesterday. Prices pulled back since there. We can go ahead and see that we're below 3 out of 4. Nope, sorry. Okay, yeah, we are. We're below 3 out of 4 moving averages. We can see the 200-day SMA averaging itself out at 60 cents even. Once we lose that, folks, I think it's going to be a significant downtrend. I think we are still more likely to continue lower because we're still under 50 in the RSI. We have a lot of bearish divergences here on the 4-hour, letting us know that the price action is more likely to continue lower than higher. We've also got this ugly MACD convergence / divergence, kind of not figuring out what it wants to do. That happens when you have these manipulative wicks that come up and down instantly. Keep in mind that wick within 1 hour was about a 10% candle wick. What does that do for any 10x or higher leverage trade? It completely liquidates them. Okay, that's how these markets are. That's how these markets work. Exactly why I recommend no more than 5x leverage on most altcoins and maybe 10x on Bitcoin. Because the likelihood of getting liquidated is fairly low. You have your stop loss in place within that range, and you typically can average into your position nicely if the price does this. That's exactly what we did. We had 3 entries, one at 60, what was it? One at 61, one at 62.5, and the third at 67. I'm not mistaken, or like 65.5. Either way, we got a nice average position, about 62.5, 63 cents, and the price inevitably hit our take profit target, which is why we took more profit than our RCP trade, because we averaged into our trade. Again, different strategies for everybody, but that's how I like to trade myself. It just makes a lot more sense in the big picture. Having said all that, let's look at the hourly and see where we're at here. Is there a shift in momentum occurring on this coin? Well, according to the moving averages, we're still below all four. That's not a good sign. We're still below the cloud. Lagging span is within the price action, so in truth, you could consider taking profit here at this point if you haven't already, which you should have, by the way. And if so, if you're in a short position, it's pretty much recommending that we close the position because there's no definitive direction. We could have a shift in momentum occurring. So as per usual, what you want to do is adjust your stop loss to break even. Since we average into our position, we're at like 62.5 cents. That's roughly where the stop loss should be, because you should have, again, down into our profit target in that 57.5 range. You should have taken profits and taken somewhere in the range of 60, 70, 80% in your first target. Okay? The reason why that's important is because you come back to break even and you hit your stop loss, you still walk away in the green. Okay? Now, it may not be a monstrous return like you see online with all these other folks, but they're using high leverage and they're using way too much risk, and they're destroying a lot of accounts. So many communities yesterday got demolished because they were trusting the TA of somebody that just takes a trade based on a candlestick pattern, for example. There's a lot of things you want to factor in, which is why we look at everything here. At this point, there's no reason to take a long or a short position, but we can presume here moving forward the price can continue lower because we're still in a bearish downtrend. That's basically where it's at. So again, just don't attach yourself to the fact that we're bearish on XRP. We're just tentatively bearish in this scenario here until that changes. You gotta be liquid in your mind and always continue to be I guess just open to shifting gears, right? The worst traders are the ones that attach themselves to a specific bias. They either trade emotionally or they attach themselves to the fact that we're going to zero or we're going to the moon. Zero and moon should not apply. You should never ever use those words. Okay, that's full talk, and that's unfortunately what crypto is all about in a lot of ways. And unfortunately, there's a lot of idiots out there just destroying people's accounts. So either way, if you want the opposite of that, you want a slow, consistent return, check out our results here. Oops, let's see here. Check out our results on what is it? So Twitter, Telegram, Discord. You can see obviously pretty healthy returns here. This is last month. We did actually hit one stop loss. We had to close the trade early this month so far, but we're still shooting about 95%. And again, you see a lot of longs last month. We're kind of shifting gears, folks. We're seeing a lot more shorts this month too. So we just got to be, again, vigilant and be adaptive and make sure you don't just attach yourself to one thing or another. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. By the way, I hope you learned something here today. If you want to learn a lot more, again, cryptocash.tech is a site linked down below. Be sure to join us on Twitter, Telegram, or Discord, and or just in general, like the video if you could. Do yourself a favor too as well. Trade this coin and many others with Bitunix. Link down below, folks. Awesome exchange, no KYC or VPN required. We use them exclusively, and I can tell you they're significantly beneficial. I recommend them highly. Thanks again so much. We'll see you in the next one. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Take care.